Alright people, Mike Salden here again. Welcome back to another Metal Gear Solid video. Today I'm getting the Platinum Trophy in MGS2, just gonna go through my journey. First thing I did was just go through the script book, just scrolled through it as quick as possible to get the cover to cover trophy. Didn't really have time to go through it properly. The next trophy I got was just for holding up a guard. You have to hold up a lot of guards in this to get all the dog tags. So yeah, I just got this first guy on the tanker as Snake, and that was the Animal Control trophy. Next was the Steel Grip trophy, which is leveling up Snake's grip gauge to level 3. I just again did that straight away because you will need it when you're in the lower levels of the tanker, just to help you get around easier. Next one, Kissing Booth, of course, a classic. You just have to press R1 while staring at a poster in a locker, and Snake will kiss it. Yes, very funny, Kojima. Well done. We love you. And of course, you also get the Snake Beater trophy, which is where you ring Otacon while staring at a poster, and he'll tell you off for getting distracted on the mission. Again, another classic trophy that was in the HD collection. The next one, Story trophy. This was just for taking out Olga. Pretty simple on very easy, but on extreme when going for the big boss rank, she is a big barrier, and you just have to learn how to deal with her more effectively. Next one was Hurt Locker. Again, another classic move, just hiding a guard in a locker. Back in 2001 or 2002 when this came out, that was just like an unreal level of detail. Next, I just took a picture of this poster just to send to Otacon later because I thought it would be funny. Nothing really to do with the trophy, but yeah, you can take pictures of random stuff and send it to Otacon, and that will be part of a trophy. You have to take a picture of a guard in his underwear, and yep, of course, you finally find Metal Gear Ray down in the tanker hold. Uh, Yeah, and that's when you send Otacon the picture of the Marine in his underwear. He didn't get dressed in time for this meeting or to listen to the speech, so you have to get a picture of him and just send it off to Otacon. He'll think it's hilarious. The next one is take a picture of this monitor when the Commandant is on screen, and it will show a ghost picture of Kojima. And you could also send that to Otacon. It's not really part of the trophy, but I just like to freak him out.
First one I'm seeing is... Don't send me creepy
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
gets
this.
scared. He doesn't like creepy stuff. So I sent him that.
Sorry, but this doesn't
That's not part of the trophy, but I just like to do it anyway for fun. There's a lot of stuff you can send to Otacon, pictures of people, and he'll comment on it. Next one, story-related trophy. It's just getting to the end of the tanker and seeing Ocelot again, and that trophy will pop. So the next trophy is yeah, for laying down on one of these like bugs, insects in the first area with a ration equipped, and then a bug will appear on your rations, and you have to get rid of it by just moving the menu up and down quickly, and that gets rid of the bug from your ration. So I was playing on very easy just to start with, to go through, get all the dog tags, and just collect everything that way for people who want to do. I didn't go in on extreme straight away because that would just be too hardcore. Hold up a holic. Yeah, this is again just holding up like I think 30 guards or something, or maybe it's actually 100 guards. But yeah, you have to hold up a lot of people, so you'll just get that naturally while going for the dog tag trophies. Bomb squad. That's just get to the Steelman bit of the story and get the sensor to start disarming the bombs. Everybody will get that trophy if they're following the main story. Next one, Lady Fortune. I think that was just surviving the Fortune fight. It's not really a fight, it's more just a run around and pray you don't get hit kind of encounter. A cardboard box comes in really handy later on extreme. It just helps you run at the correct speed to get past Fortune. It's essential. Party's over. This was for just defeating Fat Man. Really good fight, but on extreme, he really pissed me off. Next one, to catch a predator, you just put down a book, one of these girly magazines or whatever, and a guard will come investigate it, and then you could also hold him up and get his dog tag at the same time. So it was a win-win doing that. Moving day, this was for collecting every cardboard box in the plant and the tanker. You have to get 2 as Snake and 4 as Raiden. And the last one is in the Shell 2 core, or at least the last one I had to pick up. Thanks, Ames. This is just for getting to the Ames part of the story. Doing a little directional mic thing where you have to find his pacemaker using the mic. Everyone will get that if they're following the story. Next one is No Fly Zone. This is just for beating the higher. Really simple on the easier difficulties, but again on extreme, this guy is a real test of your endurance. Next, this one, Bohemian Candidate. This is just for meeting the president, old President Johnson.
Expecting me?
Pretty bizarre man, pretty bizarre cutscene. But yeah, that's that trophy. Next one, Vampire Slayer. I was just practicing the melee method of taking him down, where you hang off that ledge, and every time he tries to come cut you, you just swing back up and get your kick punch combo on him. You really need that during extreme as well to take him down non-lethally. Do you need a hug, E? This is just for fighting Otacon's sister. Another part of the story. Can't really miss that one. The next one is Don't Tase Me, Bro. I think that's just for putting 100 guards to sleep. You'll get that really quickly if you're taking out like every guard you come across and holding them up for their dog tags. Next one is Photo Finish. This was for just grabbing the digital camera in this little room after the Emma sniping section. Just make sure to go into that level 5 door and grab the camera. Next one is just getting to the Olga section in the Arsenal gear, where she just has that conversation with you. That's another story related trophy. Can't really miss it. Really annoying that she takes a bit of your health away there on extreme. Next, this is just the end where the game's going all crazy. The Colonel's contacting you with all this nonsense information. I believe you just have to listen to all this nonsense and then you get another story trophy, I think. Oh yeah, I need Scissors 61, the famous line from the AI Colonel. The next trophy then is, just weapon completionist plant. That's when you pick up every weapon as Raiden, and the last one you need, of course, is the sword that Snake gives you. You have to get all Snake's weapons on the tanker as well, but I think I missed one, so I get it on another playthrough. No Ray Jose. This is just winning the Ray fight. On the easier difficulties, it's really no problem, but on extreme, you have to fight 20 of them, and it was the hardest thing I've done in a game, to be honest. Another Snake bites the dust. This is just for beating Solidus. Again, very easy on the sort of normal difficulties. On extreme, he can be tricky, but he's actually a bit of a break after the raise, to be honest. Vampire, you have to see Vamp in the back of a cutscene. Just be spamming R1, and you could zoom in and see him standing around in the background of this cutscene. Just to make sure you don't miss that, just keep spamming R1 the whole time, and it will count, just in case you can't actually see him yourself. A cut above, this was just for beating the game on any difficulty, and I got the Flying Squirrel codename. Don't really know what you had to do to attain that. Pacifist Run, I also didn't do any lethal. I did that entire first run non-lethal to double up with the Pacifist Run to get no kills for that trophy. And I also did the complete stealth trophy, which is don't get seen at all. I just thought I would do that on the very easy run, just because it's the simplest time to do it. And it's good practice for extreme, not getting seen and doing non-lethal. Down in Smoke, this was on a second playthrough. I just had to shoot the fire extinguisher and distract the guard with it. Make sure the fire extinguisher hits the guy, and that's how you get that trophy. Next one is Bye Bye Big Brother. This was for shooting out 5 cameras. I guess I missed a few on my first run, but when I got to this first one with Snake here, on the second run through, when I had the SOCOM or the USP even, That's when I got that. Weapon completionist tanker. I missed these grenades the first time, so that's why I didn't get the trophy on the first run through. But on a second run through on easy to get those dog tags, I managed to get that trophy. Rent money. This was for just knocking out 30 guards. I didn't do much like physical punch outs on my first run, so it took until the second run that I got that trophy. And I also got this trophy for Caution Hot, which is where you use a steam pipe to finish off a guard. You just have to sort of line them up next to these ones and shoot them. And it's really the only place to really get that trophy, I think, is that hallway. There might be steam pipes in other places, but I'm not quite sure. This footage, I'm leaving it in because I thought it was the funniest dog tag you had to acquire. It's actually really tricky, even on easy. You basically have to trank like half this room and just slowly be putting them all down so that you can get to one guy near the front. I think it's the Marine who's in his underwear. The one guy who didn't get dressed in time for the speech. So basically you have to trank like half this room and try not to run out of ammo. Because I'm actually not sure where you can recover more bullets in here. And if you run out, you're kind of screwed. And you only have like 61 ammo on easy instead of like 106 on very easy. So you just have to be so careful here. And if you walk into anyone, you'll wake them up immediately. So you just have to be tranking these people like as soon as you get near them. And then just slowly walk around them. And try to make sure like there's no one who has a line of sight on you when you're going in to pick up this Marine with he's just wearing his boxers. So yeah, this is really funny, really stupid. You have to just take out so many people. And then I think you just have to like walk in between these guys just so very carefully. But I couldn't be bothered. Like I think I failed it a few times, so then I started dragging people off to the edge of the room, holding them up and getting them out of the way that way, because I just somehow thought this was easier. And I'm leaving in this for the dog tag trophies just because this was like the hardest one to do, and it was also the most elaborate one. There's nothing really as crazy as this in any of the other sections when you're getting dog tags. And maybe people wanted to know a good method to get this really tricky dog tag. Well, actually, maybe this isn't a very good method. Maybe it's really drawn out and stupid. But hey, this is what worked for me. Like, so if anybody else wants to try to replicate it, they're welcome to. I just thought like grabbing them and dragging them out to a safe area to hold them up was just a better way to go about it. Let this guy go when he started like trying to escape, because if you strangle him too much you'll end up putting him down, and like if you do any lethal attacks on these guys, it's game over. But yeah, I finally got his trophy after knocking out all these other people. It took a long time to get that to work, and I'm glad I finally got all those dog tags. So yeah, that was the hardest dog tag to acquire. Silence is golden. This is for shooting out a guy's radio just before he can contact HQ. Really cool detail back in like 2002 or whatever. It was just crazy that you could do that kind of stuff and how detailed the game was. Nothing personal. I think this was for just choking out 30 guards, like lethally putting them down. I didn't do any of that in the first run. Obviously, I was going for the non-lethal playthrough. Yorkie, this was for dog tags. I think it's getting all the dog tags on easy. And then you obtain the bandana for the tanker episode. And you also get the wig, the brown wig for riding. Or Beagle. Yeah, that was another. Yeah, you get the brown wig for riding on the plant when you get all his dog tags. Next was this demo theater where basically you have to cast Rose as Raiden and Raiden as Solidus, so that you can get this pretty funny cutscene where Rose just takes out Raiden at the end of the game, and it's pretty funny. Love Hurts is what that trophy is called. And also you get a trophy just for going into demo theater as well. I think there was two there. The first one was for just looking at demo theater. and the second one was for orchestrating that funny cutscene. Piece of cake. This is basically just do any VR mission. Back on the PS3, you had to do like 500 VR missions, and like I think you had to place first in all of them, or maybe you just had to clear them. I'm not quite sure, but it was pretty insane. But on the Master Collection version, you just have to do like 50 of them and get first place in 50 VR missions. It's still a bit of a time sink, but it's not as bad as the PS3 HD version, where you just again you had to do like I think it is 500, like 200 is Snake, 200 is Raiden. Maybe I'm a little off on that, but yeah. Leaving in the footage for this one because it was one of the trickier ones to orchestrate, where you just had to use a claymore mine at the right place. It took me a while to figure it out. This was a lot of trial and error because I didn't like looking at guides for this. I sort of wanted to do it on my own, like through my own hard work. So there was a lot of failure, and I messed up sometimes. I think I'm leaving in some of my failures in this footage, just to like show other people that yeah, it's okay if you fail a bit and have to try these a few times. And if you're like really banging your head against a wall and there's one that you really just can't do at all, like these claymore mine ones, it is okay to look up a guide and see someone who did it like a bit faster and had a good method if you've just been trying your best for ages and just can't get it to work. But this one, it was pretty simple actually. I decided to use C4 instead of any claymores just because it seemed easier to orchestrate blowing them all up at like the correct time. And it is really satisfying when you do manage to pull it off and get like the first place score. Although I don't know if that was, yeah, that was a first place score. Again, you had to do 50 first place scores. It doesn't matter who you play as if you do Snake or Raiden's. I knew I was going to be playing as Raiden a lot more because on Extreme I knew I was going to be failing a lot, and I just thought it would be better to train as Raiden as much as possible for Extreme, like get his moves down, like and just figure out his move speed, his like animations. He has the cartwheel instead of the dodge roll that Snake has. And I just thought it would be better to just get used to playing as Raiden a lot more because it might help me out a lot when I got to Extreme. Again, these C4 and Mine ones were some of the trickier ones, so I'm leaving in most of the footage for that. Because I think I did the sneaking missions and all the weapon missions just to get good with all the weapons because I thought it would come in handy when I was doing the big boss run on Extreme. Yeah, this was another hard one where you have to use this grenade launcher to take out all these targets. It's pretty tricky to aim this thing. You just sort of have to guess where the grenade's gonna land, like try to line it up as best you can, like a sort of blind guess of getting it near these boxes while they're moving around the place. This was one of the harder ones to orchestrate. Again, I did look up a guide for this one, but it really wasn't that much help. You just sort of have to get the feel for how this gun works down on your own. There isn't really a good way to like follow anyone else's guide really. And like I missed this last one a lot, but it was still, I think this was still good enough to get me the first place. Or maybe this was just one where I just passed it. Oh no, that was the first place one as well, yeah. But again, the grenades and the claymore mines were all pretty tricky. This sniping one, I'm going to leave it in because it had me stumped for like an hour. Not even joking, I was really terrible. Again, I did watch what you're supposed to do from other people, but it really wasn't helping, so I just had to develop my own sort of timing of what I like to shoot and when, and just do my best to get good with this PSG-1. Again, you really do want to use the sniper rifle training in the VR as one of the set of 50 to get this trophy, because getting good at sniping is essential for Extreme when you are protecting Emma on that oil rig walkway And for the vamp fight, you just have to get really, really precise with the sniper rifle. So it is good to sort of get that training in during this mission and all the other sniping VR missions, because it will really help you out later on Extreme if you manage to do this in good time and we're getting a high score. Because the protecting Emma section, it really is no joke on Extreme. It was one of the harder moments where I was stuck for a while. But yeah, I was pretty slow at this still, but I just about managed to get the high score, and my accuracy was it was pretty decent. So I think that's why I got first place on this round. At least oh no, that was a second place score. Yeah, I think I have to try it again. Well, I guess I just left in that footage to prove that I was like doing this on my own, and yeah, I wasn't always just like following a guide and just getting it perfect the first time after following a guide. There was a lot of trial and error and trying it over and over again. So I guess I think this must be the one where I passed it. Again, I was just getting a bit more accurate each time, getting those little targets dead in the center. Because if you get them dead in the center, it's one shot and you get more points. You get 500 points. But if you have to take multiple shots on any of them, it does take longer. If you blew up the orange ones at the right time, you can take out multiple targets at once. And it really helps you out. I kind of blew that one up a bit too early, but I think it didn't matter in the long run because I was getting more and more accurate. So I think this is the one where I got the first place. So let's see. Yeah, that was the time I got first place. So yeah, again, highly recommend doing all the sniper rifle training and the stinger missile training, which was the last thing I did for the In It to Win It trophy, which is again get first place in 50 VR missions. You really want to get good with the stinger for the ray fights on Extreme, because they will really beat your ass if you're not ready for the rays. This was a trophy for just doing one of the snake tails. The footage didn't capture the trophy popping, but yeah, you have to do one snake tail and get a trophy for that. I just did the wrong doing one and got through it pretty quick. Again, this is just me collecting some dog tags. I thought it was pretty funny that I shot that guy and knocked out this guy below him, and then I had to come down and wait for him to get up and then get a dog tag off of him. I just thought that was pretty funny the way that worked out. And again, all these animations for all the things the guards can do, like falling over banisters after you shoot them and everything, that was just so impressive back in like 2001. This Johnny trophy, Johnny on the spot, you have to listen to him with the directional mic in 2 different places and overhear him talking to Emma on the oil rig, and then you get that trophy. Poodle, this is another dog tag trophy. I think it's for getting them all on normal, or maybe that was for all of them on easy. Anyway, you unlock the stealth suit on Tanker, and I can't really pronounce that, but it's another dog tag trophy, the Shiba Inu. I think that's Japanese for some sort of dog. But yeah, that's for getting all those dog tags. Finally was the big boss rank. That's going to be its own video. I'm going to do like a 2-hour video, maybe in 2 parts, 2 1-hour videos on the big boss rank. But yeah, that was crazy hard. So yeah, big boss rank video, full 2-hour video. It'll be coming soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you again next time with more Metal Gear.